Coming up next, Military Max goes back to Nam as Chuck Norris battles to bring home his buddies who are missing in action. Next on Cinemax.
Run!
Raj, meet your new partner.
Too old for this. Are you as good as you say you are? You're gonna have to trust me.
Mel Gibson and Danny Glover.
I suppose we have to register you as a lethal weapon. You haven't met anybody you didn't kill?
Lethal Weapon.
Well, I haven't killed you yet.
Tomorrow on Cinemax.
My mother told me never to do this.
A driver who's desperate for conversation. A passenger whose last ride took his last wrong turn.
Why is that? Because I cut off his legs. And his arms. And his head. And I'm gonna do the same to you.
I don't want to die!
A fiendish struggle between an inhuman predator and his all-too-human prey. Rutger Hauer. C. Thomas Howell.
Why are you doing this to me?
Jennifer Jason Leigh. The Hitcher. Saturday on Cinemax.
My interest in Johnny is only in finding out if he's alive or if he's...
All I know is Johnny's running around bumping off everyone he used to know. And more it's me who's on the line for it.
Johnny's favorite was as close to true evil as she ever wanted to come.
There's death everywhere these days, Johnny.
You killed him. And you're trying to pin it on me.
Are you afraid?
Harry Angel has been hired to find more than a killer. It may cost him more than his life. Mickey Rourke, Robert De Niro, and Lisa Bonet.
You gotta burn for this, Angel.
Angel Heart.
In hell.
Saturday on Cinemax.
This month, experience a bit of love with Sylvia Christel on Cinemax, Friday after dark.
I want you to tell me my body is beautiful.
She lives by one simple rule.
The kisses will inform him of your desire.
And never says,
No.
Lady Chatley's lover, Mata Hari, Emmanuel 4, all starring Sylvia Christel. This month on Cinemax, Friday after dark.
The following movie has been rated R by the Motion Picture Association of America. It is intended for mature audiences. Parents may wish to consider whether it should be viewed by children under 17.
Next, Robert De Niro and Jeremy Irons star in the sweeping historical epic of 18th century Jesuits in the wilds of South America. The Mission, next.
March is going to be a month to remember on Cinemax with Mel Gibson
He may be psychotic.
and Danny Glover.
You haven't met anybody you didn't kill.
The only way they'll beat the drug runners,
They think I'm dead.
is to think of their job as a suicide mission. Lethal Weapon. Then a cop and a convict want a baby, so they choose carefully and steal one.
We call him Junior.
It's hair-raising.
I'll be taking these Huggies and whatever cash you got.
And it's hell-raising when you're raising Arizona.
There's the instructions.
Next, the sooner he runs out of time,
Now I'm a murder suspect.
the more time there is to kill.
He made a pact with Satan.
Mickey Rourke, Robert De Niro, Lisa Bonet, in the Cinemax exclusive premiere of Alan Parker's controversial thriller, Angel Heart. The beat goes on from the heart with Streisand and Christopherson in A Star is Born.
You don't have to thank them for the privilege of giving them something good.
There's family drama starring Paul Newman, Harry and Son, plus all the warmth and wisdom of Fiddler on the Roof, and Valerie Bertinelli as a young nun who breaks her vows for love. But if you want tough, if you want me,
That's your man.
and he is an arrogant son of a gun.
That's right.
Half a dozen fantastic films starring, you guessed it, Lee Marvin.
When we make our move, we won't have time for guessing yet.
Then march on Military Max to Grenada and Heartbreak Ridge under the command of Clint Eastwood.
Come on, it's time to earn your pay. Let's move.
Chuck Norris is looking for a few good viewers to search for MIAs.
These guys are going home.
Missing in Action and Missing in Action 2, The Beginning. Prisoners of war make another brilliant escape in the Mackenzie Break. And James Garner stars in 36 hours of chilling wartime espionage.
He knows every detail of the invasion.
And coming soon, there's a whole week of Cinemax Sessions, leading off with the premiere of a reggae session that includes Grace Jones, Ziggy Marley, the Neville Brothers, Carlos Santana, and other top stars. From Cinemax comedy experiment, Carol doesn't leave her anymore. Meanwhile, the baby antics get crazy on March 1st in Raising Arizona. On March 2nd, Mel Gibson and Danny Glover star in Lethal Weapon. And on March 5th, the thriller suspense is non-stop all the way in Angel Heart. March on Cinemax, where you get more movies, more choice. Right, Mel?
You're gonna have to trust me.
Film director Richard Donner is well known for his fine contributions to the action-adventure genre, with films like Superman, The Goonies, The Omen, and Lady Hawk to his credit.
Everybody go to your #1 position now, please.
Goes over our heads.
So when Warner Brothers decided to team Mel Gibson and Danny Glover in a contemporary thriller called Lethal Weapon, they knew who to
When
call.
they're chasing her, the chopper can be right over us.
The California desert is legendary for blistering temperatures, but it cooled a bit by fall when Richard Donner's cast and crew set up to film a climactic scene in which Gibson and Glover, playing two Vietnamese vets turned lethal urban cops, elect to take on a small army of drug-dealing mercenaries led by Gary Busey. For the celebrated star of The Color Purple, Danny Glover, handling artillery and action was a new twist. But for Mel Gibson, the blue-eyed superstar whose international fame was launched as the steel-willed road warrior, getting roughed up and dirty is all part of a day's work. His martial arts trainer found there weren't many new tricks this actor didn't already know.
You get a lot of action scripts, especially from, I've done a lot of things before that sort of tag you in a way, so they send you a lot of action kind of orientated things. But this one seems to be a cut above because I think the action is a sort of a sideline. It's like off on the side. It carries the momentum of the picture along, but I think it's really about relationships, and the film has a kind of light and warmth to it that you don't find with a lot of other action films. So that to me is, that's enticing, and I like that aspect of it.
I've wanted to work with Mel for quite some time, and I've always believed he's had more of a sense of humor than we have seen on film. Then the part of that Danny Glover's playing, Murtaugh, was never written as for a black actor. And without any rewrite, per se, except references, Danny was totally ideal for it. It's a relationship film. It's a partner film, and it's slightly bigger than life. It's steeped in its own reality. Verisimilitude is a word that we thrive on in the film itself, but it has its own sense of reality. It's got its own sense of humor. It's an action-packed film about two wonderful guys that should never have been thrown together, that get thrown together, and turns out they always should have been thrown together. Running shot from him over to the... I tell you, we've got to do a reverse on him. What we'll do is...
Richard Donner is a perfectionist, and it shows in his films. He works hard to create the kind of authentic excitement that today's movie audiences demand.
Maui.
Now the helicopter is in the air. Safety is checked, and the crew is ready, as the actors are all in place. If all the preparation pays off, the director will get this scene perfect on the first take.
That's cleared. You got enough down. Let's go, boys. Everybody out on #1 position. Run over here. Okay.
That's right. I'm alone.
Take your hands out of your pockets. Simple exchange. You come with us, the girl goes home.
Let her go now.
As I said, take your hands out of your pockets.
Sure thing, pal. It's a line. Let her go now or we all die. Take him!
But, sorry, you're bluffing.
It's a very flippant, offhand way of direction. That works, I mean, because he's so cool and relaxed and jolly about everything. It tends to, you know, loosens everyone up, and that's a good way to work. Because, like, relaxation is the key to any kind of skill at all, and he seems to have it nailed, so that's good. I enjoy it working with him.
It just starts to happen, and you can't help but smile.
It just takes you back to those times when you were footloose and fancy-free.
It was rock and roll. The important thing is that we are together and we're having a great time.
Let the good time roll! Everybody, let's have some fun!
The concept is a simple one. Cinemax provides the stage. The legends of the music industry provide the electricity.
It's one great big party.
Cinemax is proud to present an anthology of history-making television. It's a full week of the best of Cinemax Sessions. A salute to a guitar great. A gathering of keyboard kings. A look at some legendary ladies. An exciting black and white night. A rockabilly celebration. A foot-stompin' blues session. And the premiere of a reggae extravaganza. It's great music. It's memorable reunions. It's 7 history-making sessions, 7 nights in a row, starting Sunday, March 20th.
What do you think about that?
Wonderful.
First, it's Cinemax Sessions, a reggae session. Then, Chet Atkins, certified guitar player. Fats Domino and Friends. The legendary Ladies of Rock and Roll. Roy Orbison and Friends, a black and white night. A rockabilly session, Carl Perkins and Friends. And to wrap it up, a blues session, B.B. King and Friends. March is the month for music at its best, right here on Cinemax.
You will never see nothing else like it.
Goodness gracious, whip balls of fire!
The following movie has been rated PG by the Motion Picture Association of America. Parental guidance is suggested.